Have you ever stumbled upon a magnificent collection of literature and thought to yourself, man, do I have to shit? Because that's exactly what a Japanese woman named Mariko Haruki did in 1885 in a letter that she sent to the Honnozashi magazine. Shut up, my white boy pronunciation is perfect. Anyways, Mariko decided to suddenly have the epiphany that whenever she entered a bookstore, a huge mud log would suddenly form in her sphincter for many years now. The letter she sent to Honnozashi stated the following. Not sure why, but since about 2 or 3 years ago, whenever I go to a bookstore, I'm struck by an urge to move my bowels. Of course, the magazine's chief editor thought it was hilarious and handed it to the magazine. After the letter's release, a bunch of other people wrote to the exact same bookstore describing also needing to take a massive dump when entering a bookstore. It's unclear whether or not all these letters were jokes or if any of them were legitimate, but I personally want to believe that I may possibly see a large bookshelf and then immediately produce a large bulge in the rear end of my pants one day. In response to the barrage of letters detailing the need to shit one's pants, the magazine then released a special issue warning bookstores to beware. From what I was able to gather, the volume was basically a collection of people's accounts. However, I couldn't find it since the internet didn't exist 37 years ago. I'm not sure if this article is a piece of lost media, but I'm sure at least partly the reason why I couldn't find anything on it is because it's Japanese and I'm whiter than snow, so even if there is an archive, I would not know how to find nor read it. But existential dread aside, the shit only gets more silly. The Marco Wiki phenomenon became a quote-unquote officially recognized phenomenon in Japan after it was introduced in an episode of a Japanese show named Lifestyle Refresh Morning, and the much more feeble-minded tried to use their pathetic science and reasoning to explain the phenomenon. Some have said that the ink smell can somehow give off a laxative-like effect because of the association of sitting on the toilet with a newspaper at home. Others have come up with the theory that the posture induced by browsing books promoted easier bowel movements. Believe what you want, but I find the idea of an inexplicable presence found only within bookstores that causes people to have uncontrollable diarrhea to be way more interesting. Mariko Wookie wasn't known for much else other than her bookstore escapades and soon became another face in the crowd, hiding among the rest. If there's one thing that humans will never stop finding funny, it's poopy.